Great news for Vertical Aerospace and a big business update. Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's time to start talking EVTOLs. Yes, you are in the right place, whether you are invested in Vertical Aerospace, EVTOL market, or whether you are just interested in the new technology and the new emerging markets, you are in the right place. I am Vaz and I cover, whoa, I can hear myself coming through all sides, which is a good sign because I'm live. So I cover namely and mainly EVTOLs and advanced air mobility, but also we cover aerospace, or I cover aerospace, defense, tech as well. So Martyn is not going to be live for the rest of the day. I stepped in and I will bring you an update on Vertical Aerospace. We have some good news and we seem to have getting good traction with the Vertical Aerospace investors as well. What does it mean? Well, that means a lot of people are interested in Vertical Aerospace. And I could see on Martyn's show a lot of questions about Vertical Aerospace, and Martyn always refers to me. So here I am. You are welcome. So I will tell you the news quickly because this is significant news for Vertical themselves, and then we will go through the big business update. In the meantime, don't forget to hit the like button. If we hit certain amount of likes, you know that YouTube will start promoting the event, and the more people can engage and see with this content, if you have any questions towards EVTOLs, Vertical Aerospace, and other questions, fire them away in the chat. I will be picking them up after we talk through the business update, or maybe through the video, and I'll be answering. So this is the right place, right time for you to answer your questions about EVTOLs. So what news we've got? Literally few minutes ago, this came into my mailbox exclusively from Vertical Aerospace as well, and I got notification from Vertical Aerospace just not to miss this. So I'm not missing this. I believe I'm the first one here giving you this news live. So what happened? Vertical Aerospace welcomes United Kingdom Civil Aviation Authority's eVTOL delivery model, paving way for UK electric aircraft operations by 2028. What does it mean? UK Civil Aviation Authority sets out a regulatory framework to facilitate commercial eVTOL flights in the UK by the end of 2028. In line with Vertical's certification target, the document sets out a regulatory framework which maintains the UK's global reputation for safety and oversight while supporting innovation and new technologies. The model reaffirms SC-VTOL, the highest safety standards for eVTOL globally, continuing close alignment with the European Union Aviation Safety Agency on certification. So great news for Vertical Aerospace. They now have the manual, they now have the target, they now know what boxes they need to tick with their aircraft to be compliant, to be safe. I mean, the aircraft is safe itself, but to meet the safety standards and actually to be operational. And why did I get that email? Why did I get notification from somebody related to Vertical Aerospace? Because I've got this very document here next to me, and I quickly went through it. A very interesting reading. If you join me for my Saturday EVTOL live show, we will go through this. There'll be a deep dive and I'll focus on this topic in depth, and I will explain how it compares to the FAA, how it compares to the United States, how it compares to the rest of the world, how it compares to Europe and the UK, this UK regulatory document. So we will go through it on Saturday. If you manage to stay with me for the rest of the show, it will take you automatically to my Saturday show. Martyn will be live tomorrow. He will have his music party as well in the afternoon. But in the meantime, it will take you there. You can drop a like, you can save it, you can click the notification bell, whatever. So we will be talking about this, and I'll give you a deep dive and all the comparisons. So just quickly to reiterate, Vertical Aerospace, a global aerospace and technology company that is pioneering electric aviation. Today welcomed the UK Civil Aviation Authority publication of its eVTOL delivery model, which sets out a regulatory roadmap for the commercial operations of electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft in the UK from 2028. I will explain what this aircraft is about shortly. Just bear with me. Let me read through the news, give you the update, and I will explain what this beauty you can see right next to me, which is funny cropped. I do apologize for that. What this beauty is about. The delivery model provides UK industry with a clear pathway and timeline to commercial eVTOL operations, reaffirming SC VTOL as the certification basis, the highest safety standard for eVTOLs globally and aligned to EASA's standards, and sets out a comprehensive framework covering training, aerodromes, and the rule-making roadmap. Notably, the UK CAA confirms that day and night visual and instrumental flight rule operations will be permitted from day one. So you can fly your eVTOL no matter what daytime. It can be early in the morning, it can be late in the night. Permitted from day one, provided aircraft and pilots are qualified, supporting reliable operations across diverse weather conditions and enabling one of the most scalable eVTOL ecosystems globally. It also confirms it also commits to working with the industry to enable the deployment of hybrid propulsion systems, like one being developed by Vertical. The model ensures that rulemaking activities are aligned with the UK government's own stated objective of seeing commercial eVTOL flights in the UK from 2028, enabling companies like Vertical to launch safe, certified services in parallel with commercial readiness. So this document is telling Vertical how to fly this beautiful aircraft safely, compliant with the safety regulations. They can fly in the night, they can fly in adverse weather conditions, you name it. Again, we will have a look on my, if you join me for my Saturday live show, it is 7:30 Eastern, and that is half one British time. So you can take notes. If you stay with me for the rest of the video, it will take you to the show right away. There's also pinned link in the chat and link under the video in the description. So Vertical Aerospace, we have some big business update from last week. What happened? Well, we brought you, as we do exclusively, this was very exclusive. For Vertical Aerospace, we brought you exclusively the conference. We brought you Capital Markets Day. What that was about? Well, let me show you. We brought you this panel of directors and people involved within the business with Vertical Aerospace. And if you go to the video, I will send the link in the chat right away for you. Bear with me. I will send this in the chat because if you are interested in eVTOLs and Vertical Aerospace, you don't want to miss this. You have chapters in there, and you have various people and their blocks, their segments split in the chapters. So you don't have to go through the whole video. If you are interested in certain segment, you can just go in the chapters and click on it. You also have timeline and you also have a transcript. So it's very user-friendly. So we got a lot of updates, not only from the CEO himself, but from the other directors as well. So what happened? This is what I'm using. Yes, I'm using AI, but I am using AI to format my thoughts so I can present them on the screen to you. If I show you this, these are my notes here. It's very messy. Punctuation, lack of punctuation, a lot of typos, you name it. So I just share my thoughts with the AI, with ChatGPT, and she comes back with this nice presentable format. So yes, I am using AI, but I'm using it only as a tool. I'm not using it as my main source of information, and I don't recommend to use it as your main source of information. So, Capital Markets Day, the conference, September the 17th, 2025. Vertical used the session to update Flight Path 2030, unveil initial production sites, tighten its certification plan, and publish new operational financial targets. I owe you a piece of information. I didn't explain what an eVTOL is. So let me bid you this video. What is an eVTOL? Well, VTOL stands for Vertical Takeoff and Landing Aircraft. The E there is for electric. So you have this beautiful aircraft manufactured by various companies, various design. Some of these have 4 propellers, some of these have as many as 20 propellers. This one in particular, the VX4, made by Vertical Aerospace, the British startup designing and manufacturing these. This one has 8 rotors. The vertical phase, which you can see now in the footage, is optional. You can take off vertically or horizontally, but once you take off vertically, you can transition into the horizontal flight. And this is massive advantage because these aircraft are designed to be operational in densely populated areas and in very difficult terrain. So wherever you cannot have this mile-long runway, you are using the main benefit of this aircraft. So the aircraft can take off vertically in a very small congested place, and then obviously the main reason is the congestion. Avoid congestion in big cities. So cities like New York, Los Angeles, London, Berlin, you name it, South American cities, Asian cities. You can spend as much as 2 hours traveling from point A to your airport or from city center to the airport when you are moving in 2 dimensions. Now with this aircraft, you can move in 3 dimensions. So you can take off and move in the 3rd dimension. So you are cutting your travel time from say 1.5 hours, 2 hours to mere 10-15 minutes. Not only that, it's electric, so it's quiet, it's green, it's got no emissions. It's very quiet. So if you have experience, especially from America, from New York, from Los Angeles, you know that helicopters can be very noisy. The noise level, comparison of the noise level between an eVTOL and a helicopter is probably the same difference as you have your combustion engine car and your electric vehicle. So think of this difference in noise. They are also safe. If you look at the aircraft, like this one, Archer Aviation's Midnight, 12 propellers. If you think of your traditional helicopter, it's got 1-2 propellers at most. If one of these fails, it's usually a fatal failure for the machine. However, this one has got 12. If one of these gives up, you still have 11. If another one gives up, you still have 10 more. So you have this redundancy, which the aircraft, if it can't finish its journey, it can at least perform safe emergency landing. So not only that they are safer as well, they are also cool and sexy, I think. So, I mean, look at it again. Would you rather take your Uber Black or would you rather fly in this for probably similar cost? Let me know. Your call. I would rather take this one, to be fair. There's no question. So, Vertical Aerospace is one of the European manufacturers. Vertical Aerospace is also publicly traded. That's why we are here, and that's why we are interested in Vertical Aerospace. So, we have the update from the conference, and it's good. It's looking very good. Vertical Aerospace have expanded their facility at their base, their Cotswold Airport. It's adjacent to their flight center, and they will be operating at a capacity of about 25 aircraft per year, taking the total Cotswold footprint up to 100,000 square feet. They also have locked in new production facility for their batteries. You know, who follow us regularly, Vertical Aerospace are not only making and selling the aircraft, this beautiful aircraft, they are also making the batteries that power the aircraft. And obviously the battery has got limited life cycle. So think of every year you have to replace your batteries. How about that? So if I sell 100 aircraft, that's guaranteed 100 battery packs replacement every year. If I sell 1,000 aircraft, that's guaranteed at least 1,000 battery packs replaced every year. That is the long-term business side of vertical aerospace. And this is part of it. It's very important. We have new 30,000 square feet facility in Avonmouth next to the energy center, tripling the battery capacity. So the energy center total 45,000 square feet. These locations are meant to reduce integration risk and enable a clean ramp to certification and early production. We got confirmation on the certification path. We got reaffirmation. VX4 certification targeted for 2028 with 700 million additional capital required to get there. The breakdown will be below. This is slight downside, but vertical aerospace were completely honest, very open. They weren't trying to avoid any questions. There was a segment of Q&A as well. They got asked about this sum, and they didn't try to avoid the questions. They didn't try to beat around the bush. Just open answer, open book, all clear guidance. So although they need to raise another 700, well, it's not 700 million now, it's less than 700, but although they need to raise this money across the next 2 years, it is straightforward. It is open. The guidance is just clear. And we know this is for the certification. This is not to pay the directors any hefty payouts, any bonuses, nothing. This is purely for the certification goal. So additional capital required to get there. The breakdown is below. And also we got clarification for the transition flight. Final phase of piloted flight test is targeted by end of 2025. And I would not be surprised if they comment their piloted phase of the transition, which we talked about before, the full eVTOL mode, if it happens in the coming weeks. They basically are ready. Their aircraft, if I'm not wrong, has got extended waiver by the CAA. So the aircraft can take off anytime. So something for you as an investor to look out for, because that could be a good catalyst for the stock price and the investor sentiment. So it's targeted by the end of 2025. And the hybrid electric flight testing to begin in the first half of 2026. Again, the hybrid platform is promising market-beating 1,000-mile range. This electric version is operating at the range of sort of 100 miles. The hybrid platform is giving you tenfold of your distance. So we are not talking intra-city. We are now talking between the two cities, and we are talking emergency services. We are talking haul. We are talking defense as well. So that is some good. There are some good opportunities and good markets for the hybrid platform. So the scale targets are raised. The guidance is giving us 175 cumulative deliveries by 2030, raised by 25 aircraft. You might be thinking 25 aircraft, it's not much. But if you look at the price tag of the aircraft, which is $4 million, you can do the maths. It's exactly $100 million in revenue more by 2030. They also expect by the end of 2030, they should be operating and manufacturing 20-25 of these beautiful aircrafts a year. Guidance revised and upped from 200. We are expecting about 900 deliveries by 2035 from previous 700 estimated, and capacity covering 45,000 battery units in 2035. Financial outlook upgraded as well. This is some good for you as an investor. The company is expecting to become cash break even a year before they originally expected. So here is the extra $100 million. Here is the extra 25 aircraft in here on this line, 2029. And 2030, they're expecting to be profitable. So although this company is still in the pre-revenue phase, it's not so long. It's not so long when they start generating revenue. And you can see they will be profitable. And you can see the 20% consolidated gross margin expected. And by 2035, we are expecting this business to blow up to 10.7 billion in revenue, operating around 40% consolidated gross margin. So you can do the maths. You can do the maths and you can think of how profitable this business could be for you as an investor. Obviously, we are not giving you any financial advices. We are just giving you facts and numbers. And the revenue mix also is expected to be 72% of the VX4 electric version, 21% of the hybrid version, and 7% of the aftermarket, which is batteries and services. We also have some deeper details and context. So manufacturing, we got clarification that Vertical Aerospace are going in this, what did he call it? The CEO said it will be, what is it? Basically, there will not be any wet connection on the aircraft. It all will be assembly. So it will be modular, full kit assembly to enable smaller single lines that scale with demand. So Vertical, they are planning to have one production line in the UK, and there is one production line to be placed in the United States as well. Just something not many people talk about it yet. Again, something exclusively from our channel. You can learn. Vertical have 5-year lease for the initial Cotswold and expansion, plus letter of intent for permanent hangar. 15-year lease targeted for the new Avonmouth battery capacity. So again, good runway, good space for the production setup and scale up. And the full rate production sites, airframe and battery, to be selected in 2026 for the longer term ramp. We've learned from the CEO that 70% of their partners have either quoted for the cost of the components or have been signed and contracted. The remaining 30%, give or take, is basically just details. He said very nicely, he's talking about seat covers, door handles, and this and the other. So the main components, Vertical, they know what the aircraft is going to cost them. They have a very good idea of it now. Certification and flight test milestones. We just learned the news and I'll be talking about this on Saturday, so I will skip this. And if you join me on Saturday for my live EVTOL show, we'll talk about this later. And here is something that could be considered, could be taken both ways, as a downside and as an upside as well. Capital needs to certification, about $700 million. So $550 million is covering people and operating expenses, which is engineering resources, supporting infrastructure, pre-production or certification ready aircraft, manufacturing costs. We have 225 non-recurring engineering. It's tied to long-term supplier contracts. We have 75 million in capex for aircraft assembly and battery facilities. So this is including these two new facilities, one in Cotswold and one in Avonmouth for batteries, plus hybrid powertrain development to an assumed customer-funded contract and program contingency. So this will be on top of it. Offsets anticipated from cash on hand as of August 31st, 2025, potential customer PDPs, tax credits, and government support. Vertical Aerospace, there is few grants for this year by Department of Transport. Vertical will very likely grab a big chunk of that. We are talking fair few millions. We are not talking hundreds of millions, but we are talking fair few millions. And if you take in account Vertical's operational costs per quarter, we are, is it per quarter? Yeah, we are in the region between 20 and 25 million dollars. So that could give them good runway, or they could extend the existing runway. Numbers investors will care about. We have output ambition, which we already mentioned, 225 aircraft per year by the end of 2030. This is good. And then it's going to upscale even higher to 900 aircraft a year by 2035. Again, if you take in account price tag of the aircraft, that can give you a good idea of the revenue in 10 years. And if you think of these 900 aircraft every year, we'll need 900 batteries every year. So there we go. You can see the ramp, you can see the curve going up, the revenue curve. Profitability path by 2030, we are expecting 20% gross margin. By 2035, Vertical are expecting to be operating around 40% gross margin. And the profitability, the income, they should become positive, cash positive in 2030, around $100 million. And long range plan size, $10.7 billion by 2035. That is the revenue target versus 1 billion in 2030. So you can see how the business is going to go hyperbolic in terms of production ramp up. So the market, how the market digested it. Same day coverage highlighted the 700 million to certification and 900 units a year by 2035 and about 40% gross margin target. Initial press reaction noted the ambition versus PS and the later market entry timing 2028 certification versus 25 and 2026 for the US leaders. Vertical know their position. Vertical know that they cannot compete, they cannot take on JOBY and ACHR, and they are not even trying to. They have their own business strategy, which is called the Flight Path 2030, and they are sticking to it. So far, I haven't seen any delay. I haven't seen any delay on their roadmap. If they said, or when they said, they will meet this target on this period, in this period, they always delivered. So this is some good guidance for you as an investor as well. So Vertical Aerospace are aware they cannot take on ACHR, who have almost 2 billion in cash. They cannot take on JOBY, who have 1 billion in cash, but also they are aware of their position and their operational costs are a fraction of JOBY and ACHR as well. So just again, something to compare. Yes, we are on a smaller scale, but we are much more efficient as a business. So what's new versus the earlier guidance? We obviously go revisit the guidance. 25 more aircraft manufactured by 2030. We are expecting more aircraft to be manufactured in 2030 itself, and we are scaling up the guidance for long term by about 200 aircraft a year. That is a lot. 200 aircraft a year times $4 million per aircraft. Again, you can do the maths. On about 40% gross margin, there you go. So financials introduced explicit 1 billion by 2030 of revenue and 10.7 billion by 2030 or in 2035 revenue targets. So risks and watch items called out. Funding risks, obviously the filings, we are keeping close eye on it. We have facility agreements. Some elements are non-binding, subject to change, but I don't think it will change. I've been to the Cotswold airfield, to the Cotswold Airport. It's the biggest UK privately owned airport, and it's in their interest to have Vertical on their site. They have quite a few units. Obviously, it's privately owned airport, so this could give them very good financial boost if they have this company hiring their premises, and also it will gain popularity to the premises themselves. When you will see this aircraft flying and operating on the premises, and then every single aircraft manufactured in there will need to be test flown and commissioned. Again, this could be massive popularity boost for the Cotswold Airport. And then obviously general forward-looking caveats. The economic environment, regulatory, which we seem to have some good clear guidance now on, and supply chain certainties. That's a difficult one. So regulations, we will look into that on Saturday. Again, I will do a deep dive into this. I will compare this to the United States airspace and regulations. I will compare with the rest of the world. I will pinpoint some significant players on the eVTOL market. So that will be there for you. You can now see the VX4 landing, and I will now address your questions and comments in the chat. So thank you for staying with me. Don't go anywhere. This is the interesting part. This is the Q&A of the call. So you will learn, you can learn what you need to know. We've got good audience. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm not going to address every single one. We have some new viewers as well, new audition. Thank you very much for joining. If you like this content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, because we are giving you updates on not only on vertical aerospace, but we are giving you updates on the whole eVTOL market pretty much daily now. Vertical aerospace, we have very good relations with vertical aerospace, and usually, let me just relapse to this. Usually, when something happens, sometimes we know it before it's actually announced. Like this. Back in, when was it? Was it back in May? It was back in May 23rd. This is, by the way, my X account. The handle is at EVTOL Hub. If I just zoom in, you can see it. We brought you first, because before it was actually announced by Vertical Aerospace. We brought you the information about their piloted CTOL flight, about their first piloted flight in the public airspace. There you go. That is the tweet. There is the breakdown. There is the full breakdown. I did deep research on it. I brought you this on as a part of our newsletter as well, as a part of my Saturday show. There was a live special. There was a live special on the main show as well. And if you follow me on X, you will get this information firsthand before it actually gets aired. And you can see all these details about the flight, all the aircraft involved. You can see the timeline as well. Look at it, minute by minute, what actually happened on the event. And sometimes, because we have friends, we have a lot of friends and partners, sometimes we bring you the actual footage. I'm not going to show you the video now, but if you follow me on at EVTOL you will have this information firsthand. We also brought you exclusive interview from the Royal International Air Tattoo with Michael Chervenka, the basically the technical director, and he gave us the ins and outs about the aircraft. I'll tell you what, I had a chat with him, and the amount of information I soaked in, I think I would be able to fly the aircraft the next day. It was just amazing. So content like this, exclusively on Martyn Lucas Investor and EVTOL Hub. Last Wednesday, it was the Capital Markets Day, when we brought you this update firsthand, this update on the business firsthand, and very open information from the directors, from the company, open guidance, no hiding. Absolutely great experience. That was my best eVTOL content I brought on the show so far, just because it was exclusive. And I got actually the invitation from the CEO himself, and I was on the guest list for the event. And we could bring it to you, and you could be in the first row with us. You are welcome. Stop bragging. Let's answer the questions. Right, do we have any questions? How did you do that marking? Great news. Yes, great news, definitely, because Vertical now know what they can focus on. They have the playground clearly lined up, and they know what is the targets, what boxes they need to tick. Vaz, you got the email because you are the man. Good, thank you, David Hensley. That's great. I'm into Vertical. We actually ran a poll. Let me see. Can I see the poll? I can't see it. I can see it on here. What if I end it? We've got 104 votes. This is great. So if I end the poll, you can see the results now. Can you see it? You can't see it, can you? I don't know why it disappeared. I know why it disappeared, because I pinned the comment. The result was 61% yes. 61% are investors are invested in vertical aerospace. That's good. So we have 62 people joining us who are invested in vertical aerospace who voted. That's great. That's great news. And that was the poll. The poll was on only shortly. That was on for like 20 minutes. So great. Good news, good updates. You are in the right place. So Oleg Gundersen says, I'm into vertical. Well, as you write, it's Marcus, the only other. Right. I'm just trying to. Have they sold a VTOL yet? No, they haven't sold their aircraft yet. They are. They need to achieve their certification. However, they have already contracts. They already have committing contracts. I think they have orders for 50, at least 50 aircraft. Committing order by Honeywell. Sorry, not Honeywell, Bristow, with optional 50 aircraft. So that's at least 100 aircraft. And I think there's another one with 25. I'll do the research and I'll find out for the next time. Obviously, I can't remember it all, but I will find out and I will confirm this. So we are looking at least 100 aircraft already having committing order. Vaz distract us from the crypto ball for. Yeah, I'm trying to. Zach is here. Thank you for joining. This is the event. The link. I have 624 shares at 590. Congratulations, David Hensley. I know, not a great average. Could be worse. No, that's great, David. That's great. I love it. Vertical is there for a long ride. And that is actually reminding me, because I forgot to give you, that was the last part of my laydown. I forgot to give you the price targets. So I quickly checked. Obviously, I didn't do the research myself. I asked ChatGPT on this occasion. We've got some price targets. So analysts, they are giving us range of 11, the better side of 10, all the way to 15. D. Boral Capital, they were actually part of the conference. If you remember, they were asking a couple of questions in the Q&A section. So their target is $15. We also have Canaccord Genuity. They were part of the conference as well. $11. If you look at the current price, if you look at the, is it this screen? Yes, if you look at the current price, which is, I can't see it, it's so small. I've been playing with my studio. 567. I've been playing with my studio and I've changed some settings. 563. I've changed some settings and I'm not used to it yet. So if you look at the chart, we had a dip. We had a dip yesterday and it keeps going. I believe this is the on the back of the macro. Vertical, if I show you other chart, if I show you this one, vertical have been, let me switch it to the monthly chart. Vertical have been in the nice run up. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this sort of consolidates around $5 and it goes up again. Don't ask me about price targets. Don't ask me about price analysis. You can ask Sensei when he's back on Monday. He's back on Monday, the very Monday morning show. You can ask him. Actually, I will ask him for you. He will do it. He will do it for you for free for members, because I know the guy who runs the morning show. So I will ask Sensei and he will give you the price targets. He will give you support, resistance, you name it. But I can see this sort of consolidating around $5 and then having a new run. And then in this period, there could be, or there more than likely be, commencement of the last phase of the test flights. So that will be the full VTOL transition flight. When this happens, this could be a very good catalyst for the stock price and for the sentiment. So there you go. I think it's going to happen in next few weeks, if not days. Obviously, I'm keeping close eye on it. I'll try to bring it to you as soon as it happens. So let's relapse back to the price targets. We have tip ranks, various range, low of $8, as high as 15. We've got market beat, high of 15, as low as $2. This is from Zacks. I need to have a look why they are ranking the price target so low. I need to see it. I need to see what is the reason, because it's very weird. They are going literally against everyone. Generally we have moderately positive sentiment on vertical. Zacks, they are just pushing it down big time. So I need to find out. I need to read through the analysis, and I will bring it to you as well. I'll bring you the reasons. So these are the price targets. They look fairly positive, fairly optimistic to me. So let's get back. Let's relapse back to the chat. If we have any, So David Hensley, I think it's a great price. Vertical obviously is there for a long run. It's not for trading. It's there for the long ride, all the way to probably 2028. I would be looking at the first offloading, trimming my positions, and then obviously 2030 when we become profitable would be great catalyst for the company. And then 2035, you know the price, the revenue target. First oil, then EVTOL, says Steven Lewandowski. That's great. Do we have any more questions? Do you like the character in the fairy tale of Emperor's New Clothes? Yeah, I'm not addressing this. We're not getting political. We are not getting political on this show. Don't worry. I have 200 shares at 556. Team, it starts today. Fitness and nutrition. Congratulations. That's great. That's good position. Again, if the price goes down, I would just, again, this is not financial advice, but me personally, I'm just holding. I'm holding, not selling. Even if it goes all the way down to $3, I wouldn't be selling. Martyn owns Vertical Aerospace as well. Sensei owns Vertical Aerospace as well. They both bought on the back of the conference. They were watching the conference on Wednesday, and they saw how the business is transparent, how the directors are transparent and open, and it just convinced them both. So Martyn owns the business. He's gonna hold it forever until it goes 10, 20x by over 20 beyond 2030. Sensei is there as well for a long ride. I am as well. So yeah, Oleg Gunderson says 350. What is it? Is it 350 shares? Congratulations. Human being Liz. But I get on 450. Congratulations. That's great price, 450. You are already up, what, 20, 25, 30%? That's great. 40 still ain't bad, says Ninja Cowboy. Good, great. I see we have a lot of investors. I got only 55, says Ninja Cowboy. Let me tell you something. If you look at the $700 million they need to finish their certification, to meet their goals for the certification. If you look at our channel, we have 100,000 subscribers. $700 million at the current stock price works out about 1,400,000, 1,300,000 shares, just off the top of my head. We have 100,000 subscribers. If every single subscriber buys 13 or 14 shares of Vertical Aerospace, which will cost you, what is it? I need to get a calculator for this. 40 shares. Where's my calculator? I can't find my calculator. Right, there she is. So if we say 14 shares times by 560, that's only 70. That's only about $80. So if every single subscriber of Martyn Lucas Investor buys shares of Vertical Aerospace worth $80, we are basically saving their business. Just a little fun fact. Because I know a lot of you like fun facts. So Ninja Cowboy says, I've got only 55. Well done, Ninja Cowboy. Oleg Gunderson, 650. 650 average, or is it 650 shares? That's good. That's still not bad. 650. If you look at the price targets, that's great. On these dips, I'm buying. Anytime we have retraction, I am buying EVTOL shares. I'm buying ACHR, I'm buying JOBY, I'm buying Vertical Aerospace. Health is the most important. Yes, I agree. Human being, Liz. No, I don't have a license, but I'm planning something for next year. I'm planning to start doing a glider license. So you might see me doing shows. You might see me doing live Saturday shows from a glider. Maybe if Martyn is okay with that. I need to run it past Martyn first. What's the minimum amount of rotors required to maintain altitude? Good question, Jeff Freund, am I saying that right? 1815. It depends on the design of the aircraft. JOBY, where's my videos? JOBY, they have 6 rotors. Their S4 has got 6 rotors. I would say it's the bare minimum, but again, it depends on the design of the aircraft. The aircraft is designed to work with 6 rotors. Vertical Aerospace, their VX4, shall I give you... If I show you the aircraft, it's got 8 rotors. So the aircraft is designed to operate with 8 rotors. If I show you Archer Aviation and their Midnight, it's got 12 rotors. Again, it depends purely on the design of the aircraft. Yeah, there's no minimum requirement. You can have as little as probably 2 or 4 rotors. We also know, if you watch me on Saturday, we brought you Jetson Aero and the Jetson 1. It's a single-seater. It's a personal single-seater eVTOL. It's basically a racing car, racing eVTOL. And it's got only 4 rotors. Or does it have 8? See, I don't even remember. So I would say the minimum is 6 currently on the market. Maximum is, I think the most rotors have Volocopter on their aircraft. They have, I think, 20 rotors. So again, it's very individual. It's very subjective to the design. Whoa, sorry, wrong scene. This one I want to show you. Again, I was changing my studio settings. I'm not used to it yet, so bear with me, please, if you see any hiccups. So hopefully that answers your question. To maintain altitude, again, is the design of the aircraft, the power surge. Yeah, I'm not diving deep into it. Ole Gunderson says 650. Yes. Did I miss anything? Yes, the license, I told you about it. How fast do they fly? Good question, Sharpshooter 1975. So most of these operate in the region of 100 to 150 miles an hour. And on the range of around 100 miles, the electric versions. I'm into vertical for a long time, 2035. Great. You could just see the numbers. You can do the maths in your head. He says it's also for defense. Yes, it's also for defense. Currently, there's not much guidance on the defense, but you can let your imagination work. If you have an aircraft which is completely quiet, well, the hybrid is battery pack powered by a turbine, by a gas turbine. The gas turbine is there for the main part of the journey. However, if you need to switch to a stealth mode, you switch the turbine off and you power your aircraft from your batteries. So if you think of your main journey is carried out or powered by the turbine, then you switch to your last few miles, you switch into electric, the aircraft is completely stealth in terms of noise level. Also, there's a lot of attention paid to the thermal signature of these aircraft as well. And again, if you don't have a massive gas combustion engine or turbine, it's not emitting as much heat. So again, the heat signature is much lower. So yes, defense, I'll be exploring defense probably in one of my Saturday shows going forward as well. It's a very good, interesting topic. I have to study the website better. Thought it's about hiring. Yes, they are hiring. Human being Liz. Yes, they are hiring. Keith Wood says, hey up. Hey up, Keith. When will they offer public transportation, or is this only for higher income folks? No, Ricardo Vasquez. It is intended to be I don't want to say fully public, but it will be accessible and affordable as well. Think of this aircraft in particular, the VX4 by Vertical Aerospace, is expected to operate at the cost of $2 per passenger mile, which is pretty much on par with Uber Black. I don't know what the operator's margin is going to be, but the operational cost to fly this aircraft and fly passengers around is as low as $2 per passenger mile. So think of it. Obviously, the first adaptation, the first rollout will not be accessible to everyone. It will be probably premium product for the next 5 years. And then beyond 2030, it will be more accessible to the public. Amazon are doing drone deliveries up here in the northeast. Yes, will pave the way for city-to-city EVTOL. Yes, Darren Brown, you are correct. Yes, come and pick us up. Fast pilot. I love it. Human being Liz. Martin, yes, Martin says he's invested. You can see the sentiment. We have more investors. We have more and more investors in Vertical Aerospace, which is good. Terry Rose says, fascinating. Joseph Fields, yes, invested. Yeah, I'm not Fox, thank you. I'm not commenting on politics. I know what you mean. I'm not commenting on it. Thank you for that. I like it, but I'm not commenting on the politics here. Do we have any more questions? Hey, Sensei, he's signing you up for extra work. Yeah, I love it. I love it doing work for Sensei for his newsletter. Noni315, good long-term investment. Terry Rose, 21. What was the question? 21 shares? Good start there, mate. We will buy then if you tell us when it will be. What do you mean? The hybrid or the defense, or what do you mean? Human being Liz, let me know. Terry Rose, 520 average, good. Matthew, 275 shares at 555, very good. The 3Ds just picked up 100 shares. Congratulations, good. Just bear in mind, Vertical Aerospace is there for a long ride. Anything we are telling you is not on this channel is not a financial advice, including my show. We need to know your circumstances. We don't know your financial situation. We don't know your financial means. We don't know your financial goals and targets. So what we are sharing with you is our personal strategies. You can obviously learn from it, but do your own due diligence and make your own financial decisions yourselves. But I'm glad as an investor, I'm happy, and me as a broadcaster as well, I'm happy that I'm bringing you valuable information that is helping to make your decisions. Looks so good. JOBY looks good. Yes. Do you want me to have a look? I will show you. JOBY. Whoa. Ads. Yeah, JOBY spiked up. There's a slight correction. JOBY, thank you for reminding me. Next week, JOBY live special. They are flying in Japan. They'll be flying, piloted, presentation, full eVTOL in Japan in the Osaka Expo. I will be bringing you special about JOBY and Japan, and we might see it flying live on the channel. Can't promise anything, but I might get my hands on the stream as well. So there you go. So there might be some more catalyst. However, JOBY is a bit overboard, I would say. So I wouldn't be surprised if we dip back to the levels of 1450. But again, ask Sensei. I'm not here to give you any chart fundamentals. I'm more here for the facts and the investors and the market sentiment. Do we have any more questions? So many rotors can leave your head spinning, says Terry Rose. Yeah, I love it. That's good. Just bought some, says Saab. Congratulations, Saab. I know Saab was interesting in this for ages, so yeah, that's not surprising me. I think Zach, he's got some shares as well, doesn't he? Ricardo says, thank you, Vaz. Sandra John, good afternoon, Vaz and the Lucas family. Do we have any more questions? I mentioned when they get the confirmations. Confirmations on what, please? Human beingless. Confirmations on what? I'm completely lost. High energy reviews and investments. Good afternoon, Vaz. You are invested in vertical, aren't you? High energy reviews and investment. I'm ACHR long and strong. All right, I thought you are invested in vertical. Zach says, congratulations to all shareholders. Very interesting stock. Yes, definitely. Zach, do you have any vertical or not shares? That was a very bumpy sentence. Do you have any shares of vertical or not? Because I don't remember. So that's it from me. Hope you enjoy this content. I will offer you this beautiful aircraft. We might see this aircraft flying soon in person. I'm not saying when, but there's a big chance we will see her flying in person. I'm talking to another eVTOL manufacturer now. It's very likely to have them on the show in the coming weeks. I'm also talking to the two market leading companies, but it's very long ride to get there. It will take a lot of time. It's not like that I pick up the phone and next day they are on the show. So I'm not promising anything. There's a big chance I will bring you exclusively one of the biggest air shows of this year. In November, I won't tell you which one. In November, there will be the key show for the EVTOL market, air show. Key air show for the EVTOL market. There's a big chance I will bring you this live on the show as well, in person, on the ground. I'm not saying anything yet. I need to figure out the logistics. I need to, it's a bit more to it. So that's the EVTOL content. So if you want to join me on Saturday, I'll give you more information about vertical. I will give you the certification and the regulatory targets and the document. We'll be doing deep dive. I'll be comparing this to the United States airspace. If you have any questions, any topics, anything, we can focus on it on Saturday as well. Zach just says, tomorrow I promise to add EVTL to my... You don't have to, Zach. You don't have to. I'm not twisting your arm. But I just think this is great investment. Think of Tesla. I keep saying it all the time. Think of Tesla. The early days of Tesla, 10 years back, nobody believed it. Only few enthusiasts, only a few people and smart investors were excited over the company and over the whole concept of electric vehicles. Nobody believed it. 10 years later, electric vehicles all around the world dominating or slowly starting dominating the whole automobile market. And everyone is now trying to catch up Tesla. Think of this as the early days of Tesla, you as an investor. And we are not so long away from the actual revenue phase on the market leading companies. ACHR and JOBY are probably a couple of quarters, if that, from their first regular revenue. So again, I think it's the last call for a good ride with the EVTOL market and the EVTOL stocks. But again, this is not financial advice. You do your own due diligence. You make your own financial decisions. It's just what I am working on, and this is my strategies. So the closing bell. I'm not doing the stocks. What I can you can see, it's actually new addition below me. You can see the rolling ticker. I've added S&P, I've added Nasdaq, the London Stock Exchange, and I've got obviously the EVTOL stocks. But I might make a new one for shows like these when I'm covering the market close, and I will get a setup. We will go through it. Next time I'm doing one for the market close, I will go through every position with you. Again, I was changing settings in my studio, on my scenes, so I'm not still work in progress, but this is one of the advantagements and upgrades. And also I would love to share something personal with you before we go. This is my own, how would I would call it the Hall of Fame. This is my memorabilia. You can see dominated by Vertical Aerospace and obviously Martyn Lucas merchandise. So this will grow. So far, I've got items from the Royal International Air Tattoo. I've got items from Paris Air Show. I've got the most famous VTOL aircraft, the V-22 Osprey. I will actually show it to you on the camera. You can see it's live. It's a live scene. It's not a picture. It's not pre-recorded. So this is the VTOL aircraft. This is the most famous VTOL aircraft, the V-22 Osprey. Take off vertically, tilt the rotors. Whoa. Yeah. See? Don't have enough rotors. If one fails, it's critical. eVTOL has got 12. What's going on? Yeah, so if one of them fails, yeah, tilt forward, transition, and we are moving horizontally. Can you see it? It's focusing on my face. So we are moving horizontally, and for the landing phase, again, we can land conventionally in the horizontal direction, or we can transition again into the very carefully, right, into the vertical phase and land vertically. So that is the VTOL and eVTOL concept for you. So hopefully you have enjoyed this show. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you are new to this, consider subscription, because we are giving you updates on eVTOLs pretty much daily. And obviously we are exclusive for Vertical Aerospace a lot of time. So that's it. If you stay where you are, it will take you to my Saturday show. If you click that little bell, it will give you notification when I go live on Wednesday, so you're not missing it. Obviously, if you drop a like, it will help promoting the show. I noticed on my Saturday shows, if people coming from the Friday music party, excuse me, and drop a like, the show gets promoted much better. So if you want to do me a favor, if you like my content, and if you want to do me a little favor, go there, drop a like, and the Saturday show will be much bigger and much better. Last Saturday was my biggest Saturday show ever. I had over 2,200 views. That's good. That's good. So again, thank you very much for joining me. As she is landing now, the show is landing as well. That's it from me. When you are watching, there will be a video related to this content, and there will be a playlist full of eVTOLs. That's it for now. Take care of yourselves and each other.